You wake up in June 2025 suddenly, Iran-Israel war is trending. But this didn't start overnight. For decades, Iran and Israel have been locked in a shadow conflict: spies, sabotage, assassinations, and proxy wars. For Israel, Iran's nuclear ambitions and support for groups like Hezbollah and Hamas are existential threats. For Iran, Israel is an illegitimate state and a symbol of Western interference. Opposing it is core to their identity. This wasn't just politics. It was a simmering, high-stakes rivalry shaping the region. The world mostly ignored the bruises, but both sides kept landing blows: cyber attacks, covert ops, and deniable strikes. The shadow war was always there, just waiting to explode into the open. And in 2025, the lid finally blew off. What changed? Nuclear fears reached a breaking point. Israel saw Iran nearing the nuclear red line and decided to act. In a daring pre-dawn raid, Israeli jets struck Iran's most fortified nuclear sites, Natanz, Fordow, sending a clear message: nowhere is safe. Iran's response was immediate. Hundreds of missiles and drones launched at Israel. Air raid sirens, Iron Dome interceptions, and real fear gripped both nations. For the first time, Israelis faced direct Iranian fire, not just proxy attacks. Iran tried to project strength. Israel scrambled for security. Both sides claimed victory, but chaos reigned. The world watched, terrified. Was this the spark for a regional inferno? The shadow war was over. The real war had begun, and nobody knew what would come next. You might think, this is far away, why should I care? Because the global economy runs on oil, and the Middle East is its heart. The Strait of Hormuz, where a third of the world's oil passes, became a war zone overnight. Oil prices skyrocketed, markets panicked, and shipping costs soared. Inflation spiked everywhere. Food, fuel, everything got more expensive. Stock markets crashed as investors scrambled for safety. The economic shockwave hit every corner of the globe. World leaders scrambled to prevent escalation, fearing a wider war. The conflict threatened to drag in the US, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and China. Suddenly, a missile in the Middle East meant chaos in Mumbai, London, and New York. For India, this wasn't a distant crisis, it was personal. India relies on Middle Eastern oil price spikes hit every household. Petrol, food, daily essentials, all became more expensive overnight. Millions of Indians work in the Gulf. Their safety was suddenly at risk. The government launched Operation Sankat Mokan, racing to evacuate citizens from danger zones. Diplomats worked non-stop, urging restraint and trying to keep India's ties with all sides intact. The crisis exposed India's energy vulnerability, scrambling for alternatives, tapping reserves but knowing these were only stopgaps. The war made it clear, energy security isn't just economics, it's national security. India faced a harsh reality check. Global shocks hit home, fast. The shadow of war stretched all the way to New Delhi. The war was a brutal test and a wake-up call for India. Operation Sankat Mokan proved India could protect its people abroad, a point of national pride. But the oil shock revealed a dangerous dependence on the Middle East. The lesson: diversify energy sources, push for renewables, and build true energy independence. Diplomatically, India's ability to talk to both Iran and Israel was a rare asset. Strategic autonomy let India urge peace without picking sides. The conflict showed that global crises can't be ignored or walled off. India needs resilience, a strong military, a flexible economy, and a nimble foreign policy. The world is unpredictable. India must be ready for the next storm. The war's lesson: be strong, be smart, and never take stability for granted. So what's next? 3 doors stand before us. Door 1, full-scale regional war, everyone's nightmare, with catastrophic consequences. Door 2, uneasy ceasefire, fighting stops, but nothing is solved. The shadow war returns, angrier than ever. Door 3, real diplomacy, a long shot, but the only path to lasting peace. These choices don't just affect Tehran or Tel Aviv, they shape the world we all live in. Oil prices, job security, global safety, it's all connected. Wars, even distant ones, have a way of crashing into our lives. Paying attention, demanding diplomacy, and understanding these events is everyone's responsibility. In a fragile world, being informed and engaged is more important than ever.